Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It's me again, Carlita, your Spice Queen. Yeah, I am at it again with another word on the curve. And the word is that Candace Dillard Bassett says she's not just another housewife who wants to sing. And I know exactly what it is she wants to do, okay? And I have the details. But before we go into that, let's do what we need to do naturally. Let's like, subscribe. Please subscribe, share, comment, and if you are already a Spicer, please hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload new content. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Now, we know with every word on the curve, there is an article. And this information is brought to us by Essence Magazine, the home celebrity section. Okay, and it reads, that's it. The author. The author is RHOP. Okay, and it was authored on November 28th, 2022. We don't want to miss that. Okay, and it goes like this. The singer and reality star kicked off the SLS Bahamas latest live music series in Nassau and opened up about why Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7 has been her most challenging yet. So let's read on. Candace Dillard Bassett is ready for the limelight. The Real Housewives of Potomac star knows all too well what people think when they hear that she's a singer once the cameras stop rolling on her reality show. But with her own headlining tour and now an international performance under her belt, she's confident she'll prove any and all the naysayers wrong. Hey, Essence was on hand to catch Dillard Bassett, who goes simply by Candace, when she's in performance and recording mode. Okay, kick off at SLS Bahamas live music series at Sky Bar, 20 floors above a luxury Caribbean beachside views. Okay, it's the cherry on top of a big year in strides for the Songstress music career, as she kicked off 2022 as an opening act for Faith Evans, Maya, 702, and SWV on the Femme It Forward tour. Wow, that's great. That's great. Quote, that was an honor, Dillard Bassett tells Essence of her time on the tour. Quote, I had a panic attack backstage. The women I open up for are women that I studied as a young woman, a baby artist. They wrote the soundtrack to our lives. So it was almost a mind bleep that I was there. She laughed. I also saw myself as an artist, and I always manifested and I always spoke it and played for it. But then when you get it, it's almost like, wait, pinch me. Is this really happening? End quote. There's no pinching necessary now, as the songstress was quickly booked for her very own headlining tour after completing her Femme It Forward dates. Her Deep Space, let's go there. Her Deep Space tour, in conjunction with City Winery, found her performing at packed houses across the nation in support of her debut album throughout 2022, with more dates slated for early 2023. Now, with a midpoint stop at the SLS Bahamas in Nassau, Bahamas, she can check international headlining performance off her goal list. You go, Candace. And it reads on. Okay, quote, I love the SLS because it really embodies me as a millennial. Young, sexy, fun, Dillard Bassett said of the luxurious property. It's a party spot, but still sophisticated. The food here is amazing. The vibe here is just me. It's really an honor that they would ask little old me, who only has one tool, Barely has one album under my belt to come and open up this new series that they're doing. Wow. It's a big moment for me because, and this is Candace still talking, it's a big moment for me because this cements me as an international artist. This is my first moment performing outside of the United States. End quote. Let's do this. Okay. And it reads on. Let's read some more. I'm excited. Okay, the SLS Bahamas, famed for its weekly lobby parties, beach clubs, luxury amenities, and constant rotation of celebrity guests, is celebrating 5 years of operation in 2022. Gillett Bassett joins an illustrious crew of performers to grace the stages of the SLS, including John Legend, wow, Boyz II Men, Bruno Mars, and Rick Ross, to name a handful. Wow, and what a handful. For her intimate performance atop the SLS, Gillett Bassett donned bronze box braids with blonde accents and a black fringe bodysuit while performing hits from her debut album, Deep Space, her latest single, Insecure. Hold on, let's go to this thing. Okay, so her latest single, Insecure, also premiered on Sunday episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Fans got their first glimpse of Gillett Bassett's work ethic on Sunday's episode, taking a peek into a studio session between the Songstress and one of her dream collaborators, Trina. See Trina on the screen there? Just beautiful. Trina, she's real. Quote, this is Trina, she is real. She's down to earth. She's super cool. She feels like a homegirl. Her energy, her vibe is very humble, chill. She also gave me some really good advice about dealing with haters and dealing with naysayers and people who don't always have your best interests at heart. Candace said. While Insecure is technically also dealing with a lover, Gillett Bassett sees parallel in its subject matter with numerous situations, especially frenemies like the ones she dealt with while shooting Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Let's see if we can find something there. Okay, let's read on. A sensation on one of the most buzzed about iterations of the Real Housewives franchise, Gillett Bassett is no stranger to drummed up drama and over-the-top antics from her castmates. But she says nothing could have prepared her for the tribulations she's been facing this season, pointed not only at herself but at her husband of 4 years, Chris Bassett. Okay, she says, I think everyone who watched, let's do this. I think everyone who watches would agree that for me, season 5 was probably the most challenging, she says. Season 7 has trumped season 5. In season 5, we were dealing mostly with truths and facts. Season 7 is very different because everything directed at me and at my husband is rooted in lies and in desperation. Okay, so while she doesn't want to name names or delve too deeply into the drama, watchers know that her husband has been called out for flirtatious, inappropriate behavior, okay? And 99.9% of viewers are wise enough to look at this and see this is not something that Chris would participate in. This is not the kind of person that he is, she says. That's right. Quote, I honestly think that some of us have run out of things to talk about, she says, of the castmate perpetuating the story. Every season of this show since I've started, part of my story is cut out because I have more than what is needed to make room for the rest of my cast. It's just it's ironic that we're cutting things that are going on with me to make room for someone to create foolishness and lies, she says. Foolishness aside, Dilla Bassett knows it's an uphill battle to gain the respect of some R&B fans and staunch critics, but it's a challenge she's welcomed. Quote, I've always been an artist and I knew I wanted to share my art with the world. I saw this platform as an opportunity to almost fast track, that, she says. But with that, I knew would come people who would judge or naysay, who would say, she's not serious or she's just playing. It's like another housewife who wants to sing. Now, I honestly feel like I'm starting to receive more respect as someone who is serious, she says. I'm still a freshman in the music industry and I embrace that. I'm still learning and people are still learning about me. Instead of rushing through this part of my journey, I'm bathing myself in it. And that is the end of that. And that was well said. And I am going to talk. I think Candace is very multifaceted, multi-talented, very, very intelligent. And she's on her toes with her wit. Okay, she can go toe-to-toe with you. Okay, in reference to reading. Okay, tongue lashing. Words, debate. She is up for it. Okay, little Mighty Mouse, I call her. Don't mess with her, but she's a good person with a good heart. She's not vindictive. She's not spiteful. All those nasty things people can be. Okay, I can honestly say, from what I've seen, I don't know her personally, but from what I've seen, I am Team Candace. Okay, I will support you, Candace. Good things like this. I hope you appreciate this. I hope you get to see this. And I hope your fans get to see this. Okay, I'm about uplifting all women. Okay, so like I said, that's just it. Please, excuse me, my throat a little bit dry. Please share, and I hope this was informative. Please like, and please subscribe. Okay, so without further ado, I will see you in my next video.